Hi everyone. First I want to say you did a wonderful job over the last 2 weeks participating online, and I hope you're ready for another go here. During this session we're going to focus on instructional design in online learning. This is not necessarily the layout of content on a page, but rather what are the core elements of teaching and learning. So we're going to build upon what you've learned last week with community and collaboration, and dive a bit deeper into actually how to develop content to be delivered online. To start this week, you're going to look at a model course, and the course you're going to look at is actually an orientation to online learning that the Hopkins School of Education uses for students who are going to begin a new online program. As you look through this example course, I really want you to look at the structure of the course, the similarities between that course and the one you're taking now with me, and some other key elements, including community building and collaboration, as well as some others you're going to see in your readings. As you look through it, also pay attention to how content is presented, how the activities are structured and written, and you're going to see there is kind of a formula for that. So as you view this example online learning orientation course, it's important to also keep in the back of your mind all of what it really takes to develop something like this. It's a huge amount of work that goes into it, and it involves people taking on different roles and tasks. So you, of course, need a content expert, somebody who has a good understanding of the content to inform your activities and the learning. You also have somebody has to write the content and activities, and even a technical developer, for example, who will be putting it up online, either on the web or in the course application. So you're going to, this session, take your learning from analyzing this sample course, and you're going to contribute to a class Google document. So by the end of the session, we're going to have one document with several examples of some key elements pulled together for the class. It's going to be a useful takeaway for you, and it'll be fun to experiment with this Web 2.0 application. So now I'm going to open my Google Docs and just show you very quickly what it looks like. Here we go. As I click on the Google Docs, now I'm in here, and I'm moving my cursor over to the shared document that I want to access. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and actually have it open over here. And you'll see it's just very similar to a Word document. So I can click anywhere and I can type. It also has very similar formatting tools to Word, so I can bold, make something italic, so unbold it here, just for an example. Now, because this is a shared document, a lot of the other people in the class will have access to this, so people can be editing it at the same time that you are. Now look, it just popped in. I just have a note here that somebody else is in here editing the document. And the changes that this person makes are actually going to come up, show up on here as well. What's really great about this, and while this person's typing, I'll keep going. What's really great about this is that it automatically saves every iteration that you do. So for example, before I typed in the word type, I can access that previous version fairly easily. So I'm going to refresh to see if anything has changed in here. Okay, and the person that's editing now from their computer just underline and italicize the title. So now I can go, if I click on the Revisions tab, I can go in and see a list of all of the previous versions of this document. So I can see what everybody's done to it and kind of the evolution as to how it's gotten to where it is now. And I can pull up any of these revisions. I'm just going to click down here, and you can see in a previous version there was a lot less text here. So that's kind of Google Docs in a nutshell. Okay, now you've seen Google Docs briefly, and you're going to have the experience of working with this over the next week. And then the following week, I would like to hear your thoughts about how this went. So you're going to participate in a brief whole group discussion during the second half of the session and share your ideas about how this worked and how this might be useful to you. Another important activity this week is you're going to start working on your team facilitator's assignment. And I'm giving you an assigned topic and an assigned week later in the course that you're going to facilitate. And so over the next 2 weeks, before we meet again, I want you to begin to work with your team to draft the activity you're going to lead. So you're going to take all of your learning so far from using the Google Doc and looking through the example course and kind of apply that in this to draft an activity that you're going to lead the class in later in the course. You're also going to finish your platform review assignment, and that's due by the end of the session. And finally, take a brief quiz to assess your understanding of some key concepts we've discussed so far. So I hope you have a wonderful session. I'll see you online. And of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or email me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And finally, to wrap up, I appreciate you hanging in there with me with this amateur video attempt. I've enjoyed making it, and I hope that you found this enjoyable as well. Thanks so much.